Reliance Industries have announced an investment of 1.5 lakh crore rupees in core business of petrochemicals and oil and gas as well as in retail and telecom sectors in the next 3 years. Addressing company shareholders, RIL Chairman and Managing Director Mukesh Ambani said Reliance has embarked upon its largest investment program in its history. The investments span oil and gas exploration and production, refining and marketing, petrochemicals, retail and broadband and digital services. Finance Minister P. Chidambaram has said that the target of fiscal deficit would be easily achieved. Speaking in Mumbai, he said government has kept a target of 4.8% of fiscal deficit for the current financial year. And days ahead of the Reserve Bank of India's review of the monetary policy later this month, he urged banks to pass on RBI rate cuts to customers. So far, the RBI has cut repo rate, the rate at which it lends short-term money to banks, 3 times this year since January. But none of the banks have passed on the rate cut to customers in terms of lowering interest rates on lending. The rupee declined by 24 paise to trade at over 11-month lows of 56.97 in early trade on the interbank foreign exchange market due to heavy dollar demand from importers. It finally closed at 56.86 against dollar. Besides, increased demand for the American currency from importers and a weak opening in the domestic equity market also put pressure on the rupee. The rupee had lost 29 paise, its biggest single-day fall in a week, to end at 56.73 against the dollar yesterday as importers bought dollars amid renewed concerns over withdrawal of US monetary stimulus. A public interest litigation has been filed in the Supreme Court seeking cancellation of the license granted to Ranbaxy Laboratories Limited. The PIL, which comes in the wake of the Indian pharma major being fined $500 million by the US Food and Drug Administration for making and selling adulterated drugs, has also sought sealing of all its manufacturing units in India, including those in Paonta Sahib in Himachal Pradesh and Dewas in Madhya Pradesh. The petitioner has also sought a direction for prosecution of Ranbaxy's current and former directors. Earlier in May, Ranbaxy had pleaded guilty to felony charges. The IMF has admitted mistakes were made in the Greece bailout. In a report release, it stated that it lowered its normal standards for debt sustainability to bail out Greece, and its projections for the Greek economy may have been overly optimistic. The IMF was one of a trio of international lenders that in 2010 stepped in to keep the Eurozone country from defaulting on its debt and departing the common currency bloc. It pledged about $39 billion to Greece at the time, out of the total package of $146.2 billion. United States has exempted India and 8 other countries from sanctions for importing oil from Iran, noting that these countries have significantly reduced their dependence on Iranian oil in the last 6 months. This is in line with the Obama administration's attempts to keep up the pressure on Iran over its nuclear program.